Hi, it's Martha again. Thank you so much for taking my first online yoga class. It really validates the fact that I am speaking to myself in an empty room and making weird shapes on a rectangular piece of rubber to a camera. So the responses have been amazing and I really appreciate it. So here we are for yoga take 2. We'll be working with our strength and our grounding energy. So start by finding a comfortable space, some place that you can move around and that you're not going to be disturbed. And then you're going to start with a restful posture, whether that be seated on a block, whether you're kneeling or you're lying on the ground. And then we'll let the eyes close. Let the hands come somewhere comfortable on the lap. And we're going to start to bring our focus to the points of contact on the ground. Noticing the parts of the body that are supported by the ground right now. Notice the weight that you are putting onto the ground. Notice the support that you're receiving. And then start to bring your focus to the parts of the body that are not supported by something else, that aren't touching anything else. Maybe the sides of the body, sides of the trunk, the elbows, the neck, the back of the head, maybe some fingertips. Notice the strength that it takes to keep yourself upright. And then start to turn your attention inwards. Notice any thoughts that might be going through your head right now. And we take a quick evaluation of whether that has to do with your moment right now. And we gently let those other thoughts move and fade to the background. Now start to bring your attention to your breathing. Try to track the inhales as they traverse through the body and follow the exhale out as if you could stay with a single air molecule. How does the breath change your body? How does the breath change your movements? Then we'll start to take 3 rounds of breath of equal duration. Seeing if you can follow that breath in and out. So on your next inhale, breathe in for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue this practice, following the breath, maybe extending the count, maybe shortening, matching your exhale to your inhale. Release the count. Start to bring to mind a positive intention for the practice. A word or a phrase that can ground you and help remind you why you're here. It could be an idea of acceptance, maybe flexibility, or maybe even strength. Really consider all that one word or phrase means to you. Commit to practicing with that intention as you let the hands come to heart center. Allow them to press together, creating strength for your intention. We'll start today's physical practice with an Om. If you care to join in, you may. We'll start with a cleansing inhale and exhale. Breath in through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. And your deepest inhale. Let the hands make contact with the knee. You can keep the eyes closed. We're going to start to pad down on the thighs, working up to the hips, and then walking back down to the knees. Padding your way up with the heel of the palm up to the thighs, up all the way to the hips. And then continue this all the way up the trunk, up to your shoulders, maybe using finger pads, up along your neck, behind your head to the top of your head. Give yourself a little massage here if that feels nice, reminding yourself that you're here and you're here for yourself. Start to walk your hands back down, padding or with fingertips. Let them come all the way back down to the knees. And now the next time that we walk all the way up, imagine that you're giving strength, giving light to all of these muscles. You're waking them up, and they help you sit a little bit taller. On your way down, You're bringing softness, you're bringing relief to these muscles. You can start to link that with your breath. So on the inhale, we walk up the body. On the exhale, we walk the hands down. Take this for 3 rounds of breath. Maybe staying in a place that needs a little extra love, needs some care. Let the hands come back to the knees. Start to blink the eyes open as you lift the arms up on an inhale. Let them just touch overhead. Exhale, draw them back down. Try that again, and maybe we get a little silly. Add a smile. And it's a smile for yourself. It doesn't have to be for any other reason besides the fact that you can move your arms and you can breathe. And once more, just like that. Remove anything that you might be sitting on. Start to find your tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists. Knees over hips. Ooh, hips over knees. On your inhale, let the chest drop and come forward as the belly hangs. Shoulders plugged back. Every inhale, feel the ribs expand. On your exhale, allow for the belly to pull in towards the spine. Head dips down. Breathe here, broadening through the back. Let the inhale glide you forward. Chest comes through. And the exhale, pull the belly in. Let the spine lift. Inhale, coming through, cow posture. Heart comes forward. Exhale, belly to spine. Head drips. Cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale, cat. Start to find a neutral tabletop as you start to walk the hands all the way to your knees. Sitting upright in this kneeling position. Arms lift on an inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Maybe finding that smile again for yourself. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, just like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, start to walk the hands down the thighs till they come to a tabletop again. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Start to walk the hands back up the thighs. Inhale, arms lift high, sitting in your kneeling position. Exhale, hands to heart center. Start to walk your palms down again. Breath in, cow. Exhale, cat. Start to walk the hands back. Take these movements about 3 times. Staying with your breath. Meet in an upright kneeling position. Shoulders shrug up to the ears and then let them drift down. Heart is lifting. Belly is pulling in and up, lifting you up through the trunk. And then start to walk yourself back to a tabletop position, pressing the finger pads into the mat. Flip the toes, knees hover. Breath in here, and an exhale, hips lift, legs lengthen, downward facing dog. Pedal out through the knees. And start to glide forward of the hands, finding your high plank. Shoulders are over the wrists. Spine is long. Neck is soft. Take a breath in here. Exhale, tuck the elbows, come all the way down to the mat. Hands come underneath the shoulders, elbows tuck back, pulling in through the belly, lift through the heart and chest, and gaze lifts. Low cobra. Another inhale here. Exhale, coming down onto your mat. Try that once more. Inhale, lifts the heart. Low cobra. Exhale, coming down. Press into the ground. High plank or tabletop, back to downward facing dog. Start to look forward, slowly walk the feet to hands. Find your forward fold. Opposite hands to opposite elbows. Sway side to side, ragdoll. The hands find shins, halfway lift. Belly is strong as we come parallel with the floor. Shoulders plug back. Take a breath in and a breath out, fold. Inhale, bend the knees slightly, come all the way up to standing. Arms lift high as you do so. The hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms high. Let the hands interlace as you point the palms to the sky, shoulders plugged back. Start to bend over to the right. Reaching with both sides of the trunk. Coming back to center, take this over to the other side. Coming back to center, release the hands. Let them interlace at the small of the back. Draw the interlace down as the chest shines forward and up. Find a forward fold. Maybe the interlace stays on the small of the back or it lifts off, reaching to the sky. Head and neck soften. Take a huge breath in and release. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let the hands frame the right foot. Left leg moves to the back. Low runner's lunge. Back knee comes down. Arms lift high, Anjaneyasana. Heel of the right foot is heavy. As you press into the ground, you can lift with the lower belly, lift with the heart. Another inhale here. Exhale, hands frame that right foot. Back knee lifts. Right foot meets left high plank. Lowering, maybe hovering. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let the left leg lift just enough so it can come forward. Plant in between the hands. Low runner's lunge. Back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana. Arms lift. Hands frame the left foot. Take a look forward. Right foot meets left. Forward fold. Take a huge breath in and sigh it out. Inhale, arms lift all the way to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Start to bend through the knees. Sit deep, chair pose. Arms are reaching up. Shoulders are plugged back. Belly is so strong. Take another breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to high plank. Hands plant, lowering and upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot lifts on an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Twirl through the ankle. Take a breath in, send it long again. Exhale, hug the knee in towards your chest, hover. Inhale, sends it out. Exhale, hug the knee towards right elbow. Send it out. Exhale, hug the knee across the body, left elbow. Send it out. Hug the knee in towards your chest. Stay here for a breath. And then let the foot plant. Crescent warrior, arms lift. Hips stay squared forward as you let the left arm reach forward. Right arm come behind you. Twisted crescent. Take a breath in here. Exhale, let that left hand come down. Right arm reaches up high. And then the right hand comes down. Low runner's lunge. Take a breath in, chest lifts. Exhale, lengthen through that front leg, fold. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, hips move back, lengthen and fold. Once more, just like that, inhaling, coming forward. Exhale, lengthening. Inhale comes forward, hands plant, right leg comes to the back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Check in with the breath, pedal through the knees. press into the finger pads, press into the balls of the feet. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, bend the knees, square the hips towards the side of the room, then start to twirl the ankle. Inhale, leg reaches out. Exhale, hug the knee in towards your nose. Inhale, sends it out. Exhale, hug the knee towards left elbow. Inhale, sends it out. Exhale, hug the knee across your body. Inhale, sends it out. Exhale, hug the knee towards your heart. And then let it plant. Crescent warrior. Arms lifting. Heart shining. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches behind you. Twisted crescent here. Take another breath in. Exhale, right arm comes down, left arm lifts. And then the left hand comes down. Low runner's lunge. Let the chest shine forward, shoulders plug back. Take a breath in. Exhale, lengthen over that left leg, hips draw back. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, drawing back. Inhale, rocking forward. And exhale, draw back. Breath in, come forward. Right foot meets left, chair pose, arms lifting. Take an inhale here, and an exhale, let out the weirdest noise you possibly can. Sit a little bit deeper. Yeah, there we go. And you're probably at home right now, so take another breath in. Let out a weirder noise. Ah. Hands come to heart center. Take a twist over the right. Let the left elbow touch the right knee. Hands come to heart center. Take that over to the other side. Right elbow crosses over, touching left knee. Come back to center. Take a huge breath in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Left foot reaches behind you. Maybe let it go airborne at first. Toes point down. Maybe we let right arm come up. Maybe we let left arm come up. Bird pose. And then the left foot lands. Crescent warrior once again. Coming to a familiar posture. Left arm reaches forward. Right arm reaches behind you. Twisted crescent. Find an extension here as you let the right hand walk down that left thigh. The left arm reaches high. Then we find a twist here, a revolving, coming to warrior two. Right arm reaches behind you, left heel spins down. Take a breath into reverse here. And an exhale, cartwheel, arms down. Right leg scoots behind you and lands on top of the left side plank. Right arm lifts. Right arm comes down. Right knee lifts back up. And the foot comes right in between the hands again, staying here. Take a breath in. And an exhale. Left foot meets right, forward fold. And we'll start to take a yogi toe lock. So take your peace fingers, let them wrap around the big toes. Nice bend in the knees, nice bend through the elbows. And let the belly find a place to sit. We're here for 3 breaths. And then release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands plant, high plank. Flow your way back to downward facing dog. Start to look forward. Walk, skip, or jump up to the front of your mat. Start to bend the knees slightly, and we're coming into bird on the other side. Start to let that right leg reach behind you. Maybe keeping the hands on the mat at first, toes point down, and then maybe we let the left arm lift. Maybe we let the right arm lift. And then let the foot come down, crescent warrior. Arms lifting. Right arm reaches in front of you, left arm reaches behind you. Find that twist. Find a reverse here as you let the left arm come to right thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Find a revolving motion here as you let that back heel spin down. Coming into warrior 2, left arm reaching forward, right arm reaching behind you. Still. Gaze is right over the left fingertips. Take a breath in to reverse here. Exhale, cartwheel, arms down, side plank. Left leg comes to stack on top of right. Left arm reaching to the sky. Another inhale and an exhale. Let both arms come down. Left knee hugs in. Low runner's lunge. Take a breath in and a breath out. Right arm right foot reaches to the front of the room. Chair pose. Shoulders plug back. Take a breath in, reaching with the heart. Exhale, downhill skier. Forearms come to the tops of thighs. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, draw your forearms in. Inhale once more. Exhale, unbend the knees, reach the arms up. Let the feet come mats width distance. Hands come to heart center. Reconnect with your intention. Notice how you feel right now. Notice if you're feeling some strength building. Notice if you're feeling some warmth. And then we reignite that intention by rubbing the hands together, giving it some warmth. Place one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Breathe into the warmth, to the heat of your intention. And then exhale. Breath in, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. High to low push-up. Breath in, halfway lift. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. pressing into the ground with the finger pads and the sole of the left foot. Start to reach the right leg high. Exhale, hug the knee in towards your heart. Let the foot plant in between the hands. Warrior two, back heel spins down. Root to rise, reaching with both hands to front and back of the room. A breath in, reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches behind you. Maybe we let that left hand meet right wrist. Give yourself a self-assist. Lengthen through your front leg. Arms reach out like to warrior two arms. And then you're going to start a descent. Letting the right hand come to the inside of your right calf. Left arm reaching up, triangle pose. And then we're coming into our half moon. So this is a nice time for blocks or something else to come out right in front of your right foot. And we're going to start by playing a little bit. Jumping up that left foot. Right hand comes about 6 inches in front of that right foot. Left foot lifts. And left hand can stay where it is on the hip, or it can lift off. And then left hand comes back down to the mat. Left foot stays up, half standing split. Reach the leg to the sky. And then hug it in towards your chest. Let the hands meet at heart center. Keep the knee hugging in as you stand up. And we're almost there. Figure four, standing figure four. Left ankle crosses on right thigh. Sitting deep here. And then reaching all the way up to standing. Left foot comes down. Wiggle out through the feet. Take a breath in to reset. Arms lift high. And an exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Take a reset breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Start to reach the left leg to the sky and hug the knee in. Warrior two. Back heel spins down. Arms reach from front to back of the room. Left arm reaches up above and behind you for reverse warrior. Right hand can catch left wrist, pulling you here, and then lengthening through that front leg. We're preparing for our triangle pose over here. Left arm still reaches out, reaching to the front of the room. Reach, reach, reach until it gets heavy. Place it to the inside of the left calf. Right arm reaching. Starting to prepare for half moon over here. Let the left hand reach out about 6 inches in front of the right. Right hand can come to right hip as you prepare. Jump up with that right foot until it gets airborne. Squaring the hips to the long side of your mat. Right hand can reach. And then both hands come to the ground. Right arm lifting, right leg lifting to the sky. Take another breath in. Exhale, hug the knee towards your heart. Let the hands lift off. Coming to heart center, standing all the way. Knee comes into the chest, and then the right ankle crosses over left thigh, sitting into this figure 4 chair. Arms can start to reach for the ground if that feels comfortable. And then release. Right leg to the sky, right leg to the mat. Arms lifting all the way up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Hands to heart center. Let's bring feet, hips with distance here. And then a little bit wider on the mat so that your mat's width distance. And I'm actually going to come face the camera this way. Let the toes come out on either side. And we're bending into the knees, coming into our prayer squat. If the soles of the feet don't fully come to the ground, you can bring a block or an assortment of books to let the ground feel a little bit closer. And let the eyes close. Reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with the ground, pressing each toe into the ground. Reconnect with your own strength, lifting through the heart. And then start to blink the eyes open. And I'll be mirroring you here. So we're going to start to let that right arm reach out beyond right toes. Left arm lifts up to the sky. Opening heart, opening your wings here. The hands come back to heart center. Take that over to the other side. Peeling open that left leg. Left leg. Coming back to heart center. We're going to prepare to move into our bird of paradise. So if you know that you have your own way of doing this, you're welcome to do it right away, or you can come walk through with me. Let the right arm reach out beyond right foot again, peeling open. And this time, we're going to start to scurry this right arm in between calf and thigh, and maybe left arm can hang on to a piece of clothing or actually latch with the hand. Start to press more weight in towards the right, sitting up a little bit with the hips. Walk the left foot in so it's underneath your gaze. Press into the ground with the left foot. Get light with those right toes. And maybe we let all toes reach off, lifting to a standing posture. Wherever you are, breathe. And then start to come all the way down from wherever you flew to. Take the feet wide, mat's width distance, start to sway side to side. The arms just graze on the mat. And then finding your prayer squat again. Start to open up to the other side. Left arm reaching beyond left toes. Right arm reaching up, opening your wings. And then we'll find that bind again, reaching the left arm through the thigh and calf, and that left arm, or right arm, sorry, will start to reach around you. Right foot starts to come in so that it's right underneath your gaze. Get light with the left feet, left toes, and start to take flight. And then from wherever you are, slowly start your descent. Hang in that wide forward fold. Again, take the feet even wider, bending into one knee and then the other. And then take a breath in, looking forward. Exhale, hands plant, find your way back to downward facing dog. And then bend through the knees, coming to your tabletop. Take one round of cat-cow here, rinsing through the spine. And we're going to start to prepare for our inchworm. So the hips are over the knees, and we're going to start to descend with the chest. And your hands can start to reach out in front of you. If the ground feels way too far away, this is a nice time for a block or a pile of books so that your head, chest, or chin can start to come towards a surface. Pressing the forearms into the mat. Remove whatever props you had. Sliding forward for our Sphinx pose. Hips drop. Pelvis connects with the floor as the heart is lifting. And come all the way down to the mat. Hips can sway side to side. And then press into the ground. Reach the heart. Coming up to high plank and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky. Open up the hips again. And then start to draw that right knee towards right wrist. Coming into our pigeon posture. Back leg makes a lot of space for itself as you can walk it down the mat. And again, this is a nice time for props to come in handy. A blanket or a block can come underneath that right hip. And we'll start in our king pigeon, letting our hands come on either side. Upright pigeon, shoulders are rocking back. Take a breath in. Breath out, start to creep and crawl your hands into a reclined forward fold here. And we're here for 5 rounds of breath. Releasing the hips, feeling heavy and melting into the mat. Start to slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders again, lifting up. Twirl through the back toes. Right leg lifts up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high to the sky. Open up the hips, twirl through the left ankle. And left knee draws toward left wrist. Pigeon posture. With that back leg Come long on the mat behind you. Sitting up tall, taking whatever props you need under the left hip. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to melt forward. Slowly start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, sitting up and maybe rolling over to the left side, removing any props. Swing that right leg around, facing the front of your mat. Right leg is long. Take a breath in, sitting tall here. Exhale, creep and crawl the hands alongside that long right leg. Walking the hands back up. Take that left knee in towards your chest. Wrapping it up with the right elbow. Left hand comes behind like a kickstand. Seated twist. Coming back to center. Let both legs come long in front of you. Right knee comes in. With the sole of the right foot, make contact with the left inner thigh. So the right knee comes out. Slowly start to creep and crawl the hands on either side of this left leg. Every inhale brings lengthening to the spine. Every exhale, you find a release. Melting closer to the leg. Start to walk the hands back up to a seated position. Right knee comes in towards the heart. Left arm can start to hook around as the right hand reaches behind you. Seated twist. So to let both legs come out long in front of you. Sitting up tall, removing anything that might be underneath you. And shoulders reach up to the ears. Let them go. Find some strength in this pose as you pull the belly button in and up to sit taller. Take a breath in. Slight bend through the knees, and an exhale to slowly roll over your long legs. Start to walk the hands back. The feet wiggle and shake. And then we're going to start to prepare for our fish posture. With the fingers point towards the tailbone as you let each elbow come down to the mat. If this feels crunchy in the shoulders, take it wider. And we let the heart lift, and then maybe We let the gaze lift and the head drop if that feels comfortable. Carefully, with the strength of the belly, start to bring the elbows on either side. Come all the way down to your mat. Preparing for a bridge pose. Soles of the feet come to the mat as the knees point up. Our fingertips will reach and trace down the sides of our trunk, maybe touching and making contact with the heels, just barely. And on your next inhale, lift through the hips. And your exhale, come back down. Next inhale, lift through the hips. Exhale, come back down. Once more like that. Inhale, lift through the hips. This time maybe reach the arms behind you. Exhale, come back down. Next inhale, start to shimmy the shoulders underneath the heart. Lift through the hips. Maybe the hands can interlace underneath you on the mat. Every inhale lifts the back a little bit more. Lifts the heart a little bit more. Stay for 5 messy, huge breaths. Begin to lower down at the bottom of that 5th exhale. Feet come wide on the mat. Knees can start to dip down as you windshield wiper them side to side. Each knee takes a turn coming into the midline of the mat. Reconnect with the breath, following the inhale throughout the body. And start to bring the feet towards the middle of the mat. Let soles of the feet reach up to the sky for legs of the wall. Of course, if you have a wall, you can come up to a wall as well. And begin to rock the knees in towards the chest, taking a reclined twist. So to let the knees stack, moving over towards the right. Arms reach like goalposts or like a T as the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Let that left shoulder blade get heavy. Let gravity do its job as it gets pulled towards the mat. Keeping the arms where they are. Rock the knees back into the chest. Take this over to the other side. Knees stacking, turning towards the left. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Right shoulder blade melts into the mat. Rock the knees back into center, strong through the belly. And then let the soles of the feet meet on the ground. Knees come wide on either side. You can keep the arms at goalpost, or they can come out on either side. Breathing into both hips. Feel both shoulder blades connect with the earth. Now we're going to start to prepare for our Shavasana, our final resting posture. The Shavasana is traditionally taken with the legs outstretched, the arms on either side, giving yourself enough space in between each limb to feel air. If you'd like to stay where you are, you're welcome to do that. If there's any other restful posture calling to you right now, you can take your time finding that. Start to find some stillness in this final rest. Take one more intentional breath in through the nose. And exhale, side out, the eyes close. In your Shavasana, start to take the steps and the decisions to release the control that you've had over the breath. Release the control that you've had over the muscles. And release the control that you've had over your own thoughts. Allowing for whatever to drift by and your senses to drift by. And allow the whole body to relax. To relax. To relax. Shavasana. Gently start to bring some movements back into your fingertips. Your toes. And your wrists and your ankles. And help yourself over to one side on the mat. Make your way up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, bring the hands to heart center. And we'll close today's practice with an Om in gratitude for each and every one of you. Knowing that your intentions, your meditations, your time for yourself not only brings light to you, but to everyone else that you surround yourself with, virtually or not virtually. Start with a cleansing breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And your deepest inhale. Bring your hands toward your third eye center, in between the eyebrows. I bow to each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining us for Yoga Take 2. And I hope you have a fulfilling day, fulfilling weekend, and I'll see you next time.